November 20, which is tomorrow, we shake Nigeria. Either way, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is jailed. You understand? But the truth remains that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should use this as a step, as a reconciliation, you understand, to settle the issues in the southeast. Anything rather than that, they are creating more problem. So that means this issue of division, Igbos not belong to Nigeria, we just be there. You understand? So guys, I'm going to drop this video for you. Make una see wetin dey happen. That secret court document about Nnamdi Kanu has just leaked. What are they up to? I'll be right back.
So everyone is talking about this headline. Novi 20 will shake Nigeria. Secret court documents about Nnamdi Kanu just leaked. My people, this is not just a headline. Something is really brewing in the country, and it is all about the long-running trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me break it down for you. The Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed November 20, 2025, which is just 2 days from now, to deliver its judgment in the terrorism case against Nnamdi Kanu. This is the judgment day that everyone has been waiting for. But my people, the events leading to this day are filled with so many dramas that you need to understand. First, how did we get here? The court, led by Justice James Omotosho, gave Nnamdi Kanu 6 full days to open his defense, to tell his own side of the story. But each time Kanu refused, he stood in court and insisted that there was no valid charge against him. He argued that the government is trying to prosecute him under a terrorism act that has already been repealed, meaning it is no longer a law in Nigeria. So he said he could not defend himself against a charge that does not exist in law. Because of his repeated refusal, the judge concluded that Kanu had waived his right to a defense and then fixed the case for judgment. Now, this is where the plot thickens. Just last week, a secret court document was leaked, and it has caused a lot of tension. But wait, what is in this document? It turns out it might not be one document, but a series of urgent legal moves by Kanu himself to stop the November 20th judgment. Let me explain. Appeal to a higher court. Kanu has personally gone to the Court of Appeal to ask them to stop the Federal High Court from delivering that judgment. In his appeal, he is arguing that the trial judge refused to rule on his challenge to the court's jurisdiction. He is saying, "How can you try me if you don't even have the power to do so?" He fears that if the judgment goes on, he might be convicted unlawfully. A last-minute motion. He also filed a fresh motion in the Federal High Court, asking the judge to arrest judgment. His lawyers are now warning that it is illegal for the court to proceed to judgment without first deciding on these pending motions that challenge its very authority to hear the case. They are saying the Supreme Court has always maintained that once jurisdiction is challenged, the court must stop and resolve that issue first. So, the secret court document causing buzz is likely these urgent appeals and motions. The big question on everyone's mind is, will the judgment still hold on November 20th? Some legal experts say if the appeal court grants Kanu's request, the judgment will be put on hold. Others argue that the appeal might not stop it because the time to file such a motion may have passed. It is a real legal drama. Meanwhile, in the midst of all this court drama, another big issue is Kanu's health. The court had ordered the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, to check his health status. The NMA panel came back with a report saying he is fit to stand trial. But guess what? Kanu has now filed a N50 billion lawsuit against the NMA, accusing them of submitting a false and fabricated medical report about his health. He says they never even examined him and that the report is forged. So that is another battle entirely. So why is this November 20th date so important that it is said it will shake Nigeria? It is not just about one man in a courtroom. My people, it is about what this judgment represents. The charges against Nnamdi Kanu are very serious. terrorism, treasonable felony, and others. A conviction could mean a very long prison sentence. On the other hand, an acquittal would be a massive victory for his supporters and could change the entire conversation about self-determination in Nigeria. But here is the real talk that will engage all of us. This case is bigger than the courtroom. It touches on three major issues that affect every one of us in Nigeria. 1. The issue of justice and fair hearing. Kanu's team is shouting that he is not getting a fair hearing. They say the court is rushing to judgment without listening to his fundamental objections. This makes people ask, is the judiciary truly independent, or is it under pressure? This is a question for every Nigerian, because if the system can do it to one person, it can do it to anyone. We all want a country where the rule of law is supreme, where everyone gets a fair shake, no matter who they are. 2. The issue of national unity. The agitation for Biafra is a symptom of a deeper sickness in our country. Many people in the southeast feel marginalized. They feel they are not getting their fair share of the national cake, and they feel their voices are not heard. The prolonged detention and trial of Nnamdi Kanu have only heightened these feelings. So whatever happens on November 20th will have a direct impact on the unity and peace of Nigeria. It will either calm tensions or inflame them. This is why everyone, not just those in the East, needs to pay attention. 3. What does this mean for you and me? Let's break it down. The economy is already tough. Now imagine the potential for disruption if there is tension in a major geopolitical zone. It can affect transport of goods, market prices, and general sense of safety. This judgment is not just a legal matter, it is a socio-economic matter. It can affect the price of food in the market. It can affect travel plans. It can affect business investments. So, when they say it will shake Nigeria, they are not joking. The vibrations will be felt in our daily lives. Now, my people, what should we do as we wait for November 20th? First, we must pray for peace and wisdom for our leaders and the judges. The future of our country is in the balance. Second, we must be careful about the information we share online. Do not spread fake news or hate speech. It will only make things worse. Let's be responsible citizens. And third, we must remember that no matter our differences, we are all Nigerians. We need to start having honest conversations about the problems that lead to agitations like this. We need to talk about fairness, justice, and equal opportunity for every region and every tribe. This is a critical moment for Nigeria. We are all watching. We are all praying. My people, that is the gist for today. This is a developing story, and I promise to keep you updated. If you have made it this far, it means you are a true lover of good gist and good information. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's keep the conversation respectful and enlightening. What do you think will happen on November 20th? How do you think it will affect Nigeria? Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and God bless Nigeria.